You are there right now, in the middle of a crowded room, at the dead center of a sidewalk, or at a silent office desk, a faint ache in your chest. Every eye is on you, on the loose thread of your sweater, on that slight tremor at the end of the sentence you just spoke, on the tiny food stain on your shirt. Everyone is watching. Everyone is taking notes. Every step you take feels like it's under a spotlight. Every breath you draw feels like it's whispered into a microphone. You feel like you're inside a glass jar, all alone in the middle of a massive stadium. But in reality, no one is looking. No one noticed. You, under that blinding searchlight created by your own mind, are performing the show of your life for a non-existent audience. This is the spotlight effect. You are the lead actor, the director, and the only distressed spectator of your own theater of life. Somewhere deep in your mind, you cling to that primal and narcissistic delusion that the world revolves around you. This isn't arrogance, it's a curse. That selfish cognitive architecture, centering your own self, convinces you that you have seeped into the minds of others. You think they look at you through the same ruthless lens you use to look at yourself. Yet everyone is blinded by the light of their own spotlight. Everyone is trying to hide their own loose threads, trying to suppress their own trembling voices. Among millions of beams of light crashing into one another, but never truly seeing each other, we are shadows who believe they are in the dark. You waited. You waited to be perfect. You waited to emerge from under that light unscathed. But what you call a flaw is only recorded in your own inventory. The human brain does not record the outside world like a camera. It reconstructs it by filtering it through its own story. You are a giant in your own story, so your mistakes appear gargantuan. To someone else, you are merely a blurred, insignificant extra in the background of their own grand narrative. This asymmetry is the source of that fake shame gnawing at your soul. You care about yourself too much, and this concern paralyzes you. You cannot move, you cannot speak, because you fear that a wrong gesture will upset the balance of the universe, yet the universe doesn't even hear you. Go back, way back, to those moments of childhood when you hadn't yet realized the reflection in the mirror was yours, to that phase of absolute selfishness where the world consisted only of your needs. As you grow, that childish narcissism doesn't die, it simply changes shape. Egocentric thought is etched into your nervous system as an evolutionary survival mechanism. For your ancestors, being excluded from the group meant death. Making a mistake, being ridiculed, or appearing inadequate meant being pushed out of the tribe. Today, that tribe is gone, but that ancient fear remains. When you stammer in front of your boss, your amygdala tells you, you are dying. In reality, only a sound wave hung in the air and vanished. Your genetic heritage places you in the defendant's chair of an imaginary court.
You are in a state of constant performance. From those frozen frames on social media to that final glance you give yourself in the mirror every morning, everything is a presentation. You stand guard over the image you have constructed for yourself. You are tired. Believing you are watched this much leaves your soul as lifeless as a mannequin in a storefront. This is the illusion of transparency. You think the storms inside you can be read from the outside, that your shame leaks out through your skin. Everyone realized, you say to yourself. Everyone saw what a fraud I am. But no one saw, because no one is looking. Everyone is grappling with the monsters inside them, fearing that you are looking at them. We are each other's hell, because we appoint one another as imaginary judges. Now, turn off that spotlight. Reach out and press the switch of that searing yellow light. Feel the immense lightness of disappearing into the darkness. Taste that radical freedom of being invisible, being insignificant, being a nobody. If no one is looking, you can make mistakes. If no one will remember, you can be nonsensical. If you are just a footnote in other people's lives, you can scribble over that footnote as you wish. The spotlight effect is a prison, but the key is right there at the source of the light, in your hand. Your place in the minds of others is no more than a grain of sand in the ocean. And that is the most beautiful thing that could happen to you.
Reality is not that sterile and judgmental stage you imagine. Reality is a massive silence where each of us tries to find our way by touch in our own darkness, where no one fully understands anyone else, and where, in truth, no one really cares about anyone else. In this silence, your voice will not echo. Your mistakes will not be monuments. Your shame will evaporate with the rising sun. You are alone with yourself, and those imaginary spectators will vanish the moment you close your eyes. Do not be afraid. You can fall. You can be disgraced. You can be defeated. Because ultimately, no one is watching you as closely as you watch yourself. And this world is too big, too old, and too tired to remember your tiny tragedies.